I don't, it's gonna be quite the adventure. Quite the adventure. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Oh my god, this is so convenient. I'm filling up the water jug right now, and you guys are sitting on the garrafon. I don't know how it's called in English. I'll probably search up the word and put it somewhere here. This week I've been actually pretty productive after my bullet journaling video that oh my god, I'm making such a mess here. But oh god, fuck. Okay, after my bullet journaling video, I have been putting my life together, because it is just what you do, you know, after you reflect upon your life. This week I've been extremely productive, and I wasn't planning on filming because it is, I think it's Wednesday today, and sorry about the noise, but I think it's Wednesday today, and I wasn't really planning on doing anything, you know, school productive related, because I've been working a lot of my Monte Cristo book review, movie adaptation review, and things like that. So I slipped up my phone camera and decided to do it. Well, I've been reading World War Z this week, and in 3 days I've gone up to page, like, I think page 200, almost page 200, and today I'm planning on pushing it to page 250. So I just filled up my water bottle. It's like 2 p.m. and I had lunch. My mom went to Costco and got me some lunch. So I've been reading all morning because the day is extremely good outside. Like, the weather is so, like, rainy. It's not, it rained a little bit, but it didn't really rain. It just, like, little droplets came down of the sky. But I spent all morning filming. That's why you see that I just had a shower, because I showered this morning so that I could film. Also, as you can see, my nails are not having the best time right now with the nail polish. So probably this week I'm also going to replace the polish. Same color, really. I just need a new coat. I removed it by myself because anxiety and shit. So yeah, today, oh, I finished my entire philosophy packet in 30 minutes. Which is amazing. I honestly didn't think I would be able to do it. I did it. I also finished, like, my last subject, because next week I have 3 exams, and I finished my last subject's PowerPoint for next week. So yeah, I'm starting off the subjects that I have tests for in 3 weeks, which is amazing. It's great. I've been trying to push it, because also next week I'm going to request for 3 extra exams. I was going to only request for 2 because I'm having introduction to physics, and I know that the sciencey subjects are a little bit tough on me, so I just wanted to do 2. But since one of my exams got canceled because I apparently am so inept as a human being that I couldn't even, you know, my student ID, I couldn't really transcribe it the same way, I'm going to have to retake the exam.
Don't expect no morning text.
I'm going to be doing a lot, because today I'm going to start off with my math packet, and we all know that math is not my best subject.
I might cop a Subway. Wake up every morning, all I ever do is drink. Top floor, if I was you, like hot to sweet. Try to shit I said you gon' pull up, listen. Now on the water, I'll just throw it Louis. Green tea sipping this shot, start my day.
Love is a good sodium poisoning.
If I lose myself,
yeah.
I'll find a way. Got this little brown skin shorty, stay a block away. Try to kill my vibe, but couldn't do it, not today. Pull up, ghost in my A. Then I hit the course and stay in shape. Cruising in my Honda, I'm just trying to get some space. I don't want no drama, but that's mainly cause I wake up every morning, thank the Lord and take a beat. Before I brush my teeth, gotta see if my project leak. Drowning out our sorrows, holy water lost at sea. Jacking all this guala, I might cop a submarine. Before I see the birds, I check my tweets. Don't expect no morning text from me. Drowning out our sorrows.
You probably just saw my my very anxious ass trying to remove all the nail polish from my nails. So I'm gonna leave math for now. I've only been doing 20 minutes, but I'm just tired as fuck. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch tons of videos on this shit. The great thing about this is that I am going to be able to use the scientific calculator for my next exam. I was told that when I requested. I'm gonna replace the nail polish now because I just really need an excuse to do something else. I don't know, I hate school at the moment, so yeah. Hasn't been very long, you guys. I painted my nails, so I feel fresh as fuck, but I also feel dizzy because, you know, chemicals are a thing. I did my half an hour of transcribing. Oh my god, the internet's back. Cool. Okay, I did my half an hour of transcribing, and then my other half an hour, I don't know, I kind of want to start one of my other subjects because I feel like I'm gonna be a little behind, but it's barely Wednesday, so I have all week, you know, and I'm pretty sure that I can finish it in 30 minutes. I can finish my philosophy transcription today so that tomorrow I can focus a little more on math and maybe start another subject. I'm not sure. I do want to make sure I spend my time wisely though, and I do want to also dedicate a day to just languages because I haven't studied languages in so long. I don't think I've studied languages in like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, I don't know what to do yet. I'm watching a Read with Cindy video because I'm obsessed. Like, she's, you know what, she looks a lot like my ex, like so fucking much. I'm not watching her just because of that. Yeah, but yeah, and I'm also kind of going on thrift books, seeing what I can buy because I do go book shopping, like thrift shopping over here, but well, since, you know, they don't really have lots of books in English, and I did kind of want a couple of those, so yeah, I'm just looking at the selection that I have currently and see how much I can save. Like, this is pretty much like the books that I can save the most on, I'm probably gonna take those. So yeah, I'm just gonna be here for a little while longer. Hey guys, so I just wanted to wrap up today by saying that I actually went ahead and finished my entire, oh my god, this is not gonna hold up, right? What do I do then? I'm just gonna put it here, whatever. I don't care, I don't give two shits about it, okay? You know, I always think I'm like a crazy person talking to the camera like I'm gonna punch it. Anyway, I believe that I just want to wrap up today's speaking portion of the vlog of today. Like, today, Wednesday, but I'm gonna continue talking tomorrow, just like today, tonight. I want to wrap this up by saying that I went ahead and just finished the philosophy PowerPoint. I feel like I've already done enough, so yeah, I just finished that, and tomorrow I'll start off with political and social texts, which is a subject that I've been looking forward to, even though I really don't know what it's about, but I can kind of imagine what it is about, and I've been trying to get to it since the other week. So yeah, I'm going to start off with that one tomorrow, and I'm also going to try to do like 30 minutes of math every single day, because if I do more than that, I'm going to stress out, definitely, if I do like an hour of math a week. But doing 30 minutes of math a day, or maybe even 20 minutes, that just seems a lot more manageable. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm also going to read more of World War Z, and I wanted to pick up some Edgar Allan Poe because I do remember that my last module of literature talked about European literature, and Poe was one of the ones mentioned because North American literature was briefly introduced, you know, because Edgar Allan Poe had gone through a very he had been quite famous internationally too. So yeah, I want to read some Poe. I want to read The House of Usher, The Fall of House of Usher, because that's a part of a text that I had to analyze in the exam, and I just thought it was pretty interesting, so I want to start reading that. But also, since I'm in the Greek section, because, you know, philosophy is all about Greek shit, I did want to do some more, like, I don't know, diving into Cicero, or maybe start out with Greek mythology, because I haven't done that yet. But also the Arabian Nights, I haven't picked it up since, I don't know, March or April. I haven't picked up the stories, and I remember I was enjoying it so much. So I don't know what I want to do. There's a lot I want to do. I definitely also want to start reading Narnia, but you know, entire books that I don't really have the time to right now regarding my TBR, because I feel like, I don't know, reading, it's my first time really establishing a TBR. Before that, I kind of just grabbed a book that I felt like reading, or grabbed a book that I said it's about time I read, and then just stuck to it until I finished it. Right now I'm a little more freewheeling, you know. Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world. I'm not gonna sing too loud even though I'm home alone right now, but still, I don't know, I'm not a good singer. I don't want to blast your ears. I've been watching a lot of videos. I really want to go book shopping again, but I don't have any money. 2, I will go book shopping this week and I don't really have any money. I'm waiting for my babysitting gig to come up. If it doesn't come up, I'm not really gonna have any income, because I'm really relying on that. I used to have my thrift store, yes, but it's just not working out. People are not wanting to buy it. It's kind of stressful because I'm trying to do money by myself. I don't want to depend on my parents because they have it really hard as it is already. I don't know. I'll see. I'm also super excited to start Entwined, because I've been wanting to start this for so long, ever since I bought it. Oh, it still smells so good. And it's one of those floppy paperbacks. I love floppy paperbacks because they're just like, I know that she's written another book that is like a steampunk sci-fi kind of thing, and I really want to buy that one too, but I don't have any money. Okay, I have a lot to do. I have a lot that I want to do. These two are gonna be really These two are gonna be really quick reads. I bought them at the book fair last year, and they were super cheap because they're just super short stories. They are both written and illustrated by Latin American artists, so I am really excited to get those done because they're horror stories, so perfect for October.
Making it work, but never did I ever think that you would do in the dirt. Stay cute while you smile in your brand new skirt. Just happy that we've been together and we never get hurt. So say, girl, why you kick it with them guys all dumb? If you ever got some worries when with me all done, change the picture that you paint until the paint all gone. Cause I'm just falling for the artist like your name on some. Like, wonder if you spent the winter all alone, yeah. Cause I don't believe
the air conditioning is really high, and I have to have a really low voice because it's 2:40 a.m. and I don't know, I just couldn't sleep. I watched the entire Blackpink documentary at 12 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep. I got really creative for some reason. The urge to do stuff, I was getting so anxious about tomorrow for some reason, and I don't know, I just got the urge to like get up on my ass and do something, like mess up my sleep schedule. Like, it's fine. I wanted to do like some work on Notion, definitely, and I didn't want to watch anything. I wanted to create. So yeah, I'm going to change my computer over to my couch. I want to use my computer, and I feel like I'm not going to use it very comfortably over here in my desk because I want to fall asleep quickly. So yeah, I love that. And if I have any
you've been feeling me and I've been feeling you, wondering on what we really trying to do, thinking every night, laying up in bed and wonder if it's true, hoping that the pain I'm feeling won't too, got me feeling like,
well, I'm pretty sure she won't. Or if my brother comes up here, because I think he's here, I'm not sure yet, because he's been just over at his girlfriend's lately, so yeah. But if anybody just gets to see a glimpse of light, ask for them to ask me what's going on or anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night, but I guess I'll keep you guys updated.
Wonder if you spend your winter all alone, yeah. Cause I done leaves fall, I done leaves fall. Stuck in the cold cause there's nothing left to hold, yeah. Cause I done leaves fall, I done leaves fall.
I'm truly so sorry that I haven't been updating you guys. It's 5 p.m. now, and I've been Now I've been spending most of the afternoon trying to produce the video so that I can just have that this week. I've been really investing so much time and effort on this book review. I'm so excited. My mom made lunch, and well, she made lunch like at 3, and I haven't had food since 12 because I had breakfast at 12. So yeah, I'm going to just heat it up. It's like chicken with green sour cream, which is so good, and it's got even like chili son rajas. It's like I love this shit. It's one of my favorite things ever. And there's also white rice, which I don't usually eat anymore because I'm trying to look after my carbs. So yeah, but of course I'll have some rice. It's not like I can't eat it. I want to read outside right now, and maybe I'll spend some of the night doing schoolwork because I finished the first section of the video, so it has truly taken me a while to just edit 10 minutes of this video. But today I really want to focus on doing some schoolwork, and maybe I'll watch Sympathy for Lady Vengeance because I've been really avidly watching the Vengeance trilogy by Park Chan-wook, and I think it's great. I don't know. I think that I'm gonna upload this as a bonus video in the middle of the week because I also have one thing planned. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat because I've been recording at the same time, and it's a little scary because I mean I can burn myself. I am the best cook ever. But hey guys, so oh god, sorry. I honestly got into a really bad slump because I knew that I wanted to do math today, but I really don't get it. So I was like in this slump for like 2 hours just watching videos on my phone and dancing a little bit, and I was like, I have to stretch this out as much as possible so that I don't have to do math because I really hate math. I seriously can't. So I just asked my friends for help in case they have already seen it in high school. I'm pretty sure they have in this semester. If they can, they will definitely tell me what's going on. And I looked at the other 2 subjects that I have. One of them is English, so that's gonna be really easy. I just want to wait until next week until I finish my English exam so that I won't have I just want to have everything in order, so I don't really want to touch upon English right now. I was just going through my political and social texts packet because this is a new subject, and as I already told you guys, it's a subject that I've been really eager to start. And I just went through that, and I am going to make a little wish list of things that I wanted to buy, of books that I wanted to buy that really just, like for example, books by Plato, by Plutarch, Symposium. And the last book, I guess, that we touch upon is The Prince by Nicolas Machiavello. I don't know what his name in English would be, but this is what we call him in Spanish. And this book, I read it last year. Pretty sure I read it last year around this time, and as you can see, it's kind of annotated. I let a friend borrow it too, but she didn't finish reading it, I think. This is one of my favorites because it's like a really old edition. I got this as well as Zarathustra in this edition at a book fair a few years ago. I think it was the same book fair that I bought this little booklets on. I really enjoyed this book in a very critical way, you know. It was like eye candy as I was reading it because I loved how to the point he was, how you don't really see, at least currently, you don't really see many direct people who are just, you know, I live in a third world country that is heavily infested by corruption, and you never truly see politicians talk openly about their corruption, of course not. And having such an honest opinion, that was really fresh for me because I did understand most of the things that he was talking about and how to apply them actually, and I was just really enjoying everything that he was saying. Instead of linking ethics to politics, and instead of making politics directly associated or directly for ethics, it's just like he takes it on as a science and as a really objective science. And it's kind of like a selfish way to view it, you know, just how to be a good ruler and how to stay ruling, basically. And it doesn't matter how many people you have to deceive or how many people you have to get through to stay there, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a very direct and honest text, which I really appreciate, and especially for making social commentary on like today's world and my own country. But anyway, I just wanted to dive in and talk about this because it was something that I had in mind, and I don't know, I've never actually talked about this book to anybody except for that one girl who I let borrow my book, but she didn't finish it. She gave it to me because we were about to finish the school year, and I was like, hey, can I have it back? I didn't want something like the pandemic to happen, you know, so that like never see it come back. And she was like, oh yeah, sure. I told her that she could give it to me like on the last day of school just so that she could have time to read it, but I don't think she was interested enough. I think she just saw the title, saw that it was familiar, and just kind of grabbed it, but I don't think she was pulled by the book like I was, which is totally valid. Not all books are for everybody, and it's not shaming when you read a book and realize it's not your thing. I don't know, maybe that's what happened to her. It lets me down a little bit to know that people don't really enjoy the same things I do, but it does touch me and it does move me that I at least contributed to them finding out more about their own taste.
You never really went outside.
So yeah, I think that's amazing.
You would read
and
books all the time,
I
no
wanted
shit.
to do that
All
with
line by your mind.
I
You
think I'm gonna work
defined
on
as a
political and
queen. You
social
define,
texts
go to
for now,
space in your mind. Cause
because
you're thinking all
math,
the
I
time. And
am not
nowadays
having
I'm not the sure that you be thinking at all. Cause every time you look up in the mirror, see something wrong. That reflection, it ain't impressive till you need something strong. Hey, what you thinking about yourself? You couldn't be more than wrong. Damn. That's why I'm dropping this song. Cause every time we talk, you're so good at just nodding along. And in a minute, throw my wisdom out the back of the car. Along with everything your mama says, you back around one. I know you thinking that I'm crazy as protective as fuck. And I ain't need to worry about you cause you good on your own. But I can't shake the vision of this shit go terribly wrong. I see that shit in 2020 and you playing along. But a 30 is no game when you take it, it's no gain. Yeah, I feel like there's no pain for a minute, but then witnesses the feeling just fades off and the days just seem long. You seen the victims of it, yeah, it's harder to wean off. And 2 fingers ain't no solution, you trying to clean off a facade, it ain't really there. It's a self you can really bear, but you pulling your shit together. You go impatient for real, I knew you had it up in you. I knew that thought would prevail, and I called you, thought it was jail, and you wanted to go home in the spot depressing as fucking the feeling was.
Just wanted to chime in to say that it is quite late. It's 10 p.m. and I decided that I want to read for like half an hour to see how many pages I can get through, because I really want to get into the habit of at least going through 50 pages of the book that I'm reading for my TBR every single day. See if I can finish it as soon as possible. Made myself some Himalayan sea salt chips from Costco, and I usually add like 2 kinds of spicy sauces. So one is
got nobody, you in that free fall. If you ain't got nobody, you still got me, dog. Said you got nobody, you still got me. But you gotta get back, bounce back like Sean Don was whack. Be Ramadan when you sad, the long con. Stand up on your own too, breathe in when it's so too. You saying you can't do, but I really do know you. I could write up 100 songs and keep working in Pro Tools. Keep telling you old news, been trying to show you what you good and not in alone. Been fasading for so long, it's you who got it, you different already. I see a difference, yeah. I hate to see you burn, I hate when you be off again. I hate when you don't learn, I hate when they go out without you. But wait, cause it's your turn, you make it. You'll be laughing at the snakes who hid inside the grass. Your patience and your pride will last. I say this shit, I say it all. I really care, you really are the greatest you could ever be. I promise that you gon' see all that I see. Every time you look up in the mirror, shine, shine.
I did get a 50 pages forward. Well, not forward, but I did get 50 pages more, and that means that I only have 100 pages to go, which I'm so excited about because I can just finish it between today and tomorrow and then start Ninth City Burning, which, by the way, Ninth City Burning, the copy that I own is an ARC, which when my brother lived in the US for a while to work, my middle brother, not my eldest brother, the one who has a child, no, the one in the middle, who never arrives home anymore because he's got a girlfriend, and I think he's gonna move in with her. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that when he was in the US, he bought a couple books so that he could improve his English and his reading as well. And he gave both of his copies to me. He had Order to Kill, and it's a non-fiction / realistic fiction book that I feel like it's really, really interesting, but I haven't gotten to reading it. He gave me his Ninth City Burning copy, which I'm pretty sure that he got all of these at thrift shops. So yeah, it's actually an ARC, and it's so cool because it's my first ever ARC copy. I feel super, super cool. I want to talk a little bit about this because it's so good. I think it's more like adult fiction. It's obviously not YA, especially because the author is my mom's age. I can see why this book was an instant bestseller. You know, when it came out, it was an instant bestseller. I'm pretty sure this guy, Max Brooks, had to do like an entire cultural research because we've got almost all aspects of how a zombie war, like, it's actually quite realistic now that I think about it. There's a lot of military talk in this book that I don't understand because it's not like I live in the US. I don't know what a gun looks like, but I'm sorry. That's a really cruel joke. It's also a joke that I see Max Brooks make here because at one point we go through like a Japanese, I'm actually at the Japanese section because there is a section that's like international, how the zombie outbreak affected other places that were not the USA. There's this Japanese guy who's like, yeah, well, I don't know about you guys, but in Japan we don't have more guns than people. And I think that was so funny because I relate to that. Like, I say that all the fucking time. No offense. But I have to finish editing today. Well, at least finish one section today. I started last night with my Greek mythology, as you guys probably saw, and it was amazing. I procrastinated actually getting my Greek mythology up for so long. If you see like vlogs from last month or from August, maybe you see that I do implement that to my study plan, but I never actually picked it up. So I started picking it up today, and it was like really, really interesting. So yeah, I might just dive into it for 30 minutes today as well or something. Math, I'm not gonna study math on my own because I just can't. I told my mom to ask my aunt because my cousin, she had to do homeschooling for a while because she has Lyme disease, and I'm not sure if she's 100% free yet. She's supposed to be 100% free, but I don't know if Lyme disease actually leaves her system. Anyway, she couldn't go to school, so she just did homeschooling, and some of the subjects were so tough to her that she needed like tutoring sessions. So my mom is supposed to ask my aunt about those. So it's 5 p.m. Took a bunch of pictures. I just really wanted to have a photo shoot, so I had it. I'm gonna edit the pictures tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I want to edit them sometime this week. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for homeschooling. I'm probably just gonna get into like Greek stuff. Read some of the Odyssey. I haven't read the Iliad yet. Haven't read the Iliad, so it's gonna be a trip reading the Odyssey without having read the Iliad. I mean, I'm a little bit into it because I had to read some for school. But now I want to pleasure read it, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna continue Greek myth. I'm gonna attempt to finish World War Z today. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but these are all the pics from my photo shoot. Yeah, I loved the way that they came out, to be honest, and I'm just gonna edit them because I have really, really different perspectives for each. This is the one that I like the most. I love that one. That one too. That one's perfect. I also like these ones. And what else do I like? I really like, this one I really liked, and this one is probably... way, my mom got me coffee from Costco because I love this coffee because it's so strong. It's gonna give me anxiety. That's what I need. I need to have an incentive to just do every single task I have to do. I can't slack off today because my video is going off tomorrow. I want to get some language work done, and I also want to get some like literature things done. I also need to finish the book. Just got a couple pages left, 100 pages left. Oh my god, why is this thing moving? I need a tripod. I stayed up last night watching the interview. Such a good film. It's so fucking funny, like it's ridiculous. But in a good way. It's also got like a cool story. Just laughed all the way through. I rewatched it last night because James Franco in that role just fucked me up.
With my last limbs in the air,
Oh yeah.
calling, reaching out for you. I give my 2 cents to hold on. Feel the despair in my eyes. You see it, but look on. Hold me, please.
Hey everybody, so I've been editing for 3 hours now. Most of the editing that I've done was just adjusting what I've done for the past couple of days. So doing like minor detail editing. So I haven't gotten really far with the second half of the movie reviews. My mom, I think I've told you, my mom brought me pizza from Costco because she's been going to Costco so much lately, and she's brought me so many things. Like I think I've been eating Costco food for 3 days straight, which I don't mind. Plan on finishing editing at 5 p.m. give or take, and after that I'm gonna be reading outside for the majority of the day so that I like the daylight, so I'm going to read outside as much daylight as there is. After it gets darker, I'm gonna study, like I'm gonna do schoolwork, because I found out that my concentration increases when it's dark. For some reason, I don't know, I don't like studying when there's light, when I know it's day outside. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and for now I'm just gonna keep myself in the editing department and eat at the same time. So
I don't think I'll feel it when I hit the ground. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we
already only 100 pages away from the ending, which fantastic for me because I've been with this book an entire week. I feel like it's way too much. I feel like I could have finished it yesterday, but I was procrastinating, so I didn't. Anywho, I'm gonna take a shower right now because I feel so disgusting, and after my shower I might just read 50 more pages, and then I will occupy myself with other things. I like this book. I love it. I adore it because it's so realistic. It's seriously one of the best fantasy science fiction things I've ever read. I can't believe I'm doing that. I really absolutely hate when people put science fiction and fantasy under the same section. It's like science fiction or fantasy. They are nothing alike. They have nothing to do with each other because science fiction is science fiction and fantasy is fantasy. They're two different genres. This is science fiction. Maybe. I don't understand most of the war-related vocabulary. Like there's a lot of military vocabulary in this thing, so I don't get it, but it's fine. I don't have to get it. I don't even have to Google it because I don't really care. Still, the stories are extremely, I love the way that they get you. Like all of these stories have some sort of human element into it, even if they are primarily military based. For example, I just read one about the China thing. It's in chronological order because it's supposed to be like a memoir. Well, not a memoir. It's supposed to be like an investigation of the parts of the war. So for example, these sections of this book coincide with the sections of the war. There's an index even. There's an index right here. When I first read it, I was pretty young, because I remember I was just getting into reading, like gradually getting into reading, and I thought that I could do anything basically, because I read some of the big books. Like I started reading a lot of the books that I was given. So Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend, The Timekeeper. What else do we have here? Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, The Fault in Our Stars. I started reading those kinds of books. I think I had just seen the film like a couple of months back, the World War Z film, starring and produced by Brad Pitt. So I was like, oh my god, I didn't know it was a book, so interesting, and I bought it at the supermarket. I think I bought it at the supermarket, and I started reading it, and I don't think I went through a lot. I think it was like the Great Panic section of the book. It wasn't all that much. It was like 100 pages that I read, and I thought like, oh, this is too tedious to read. And now that I'm reading it right now, I'm just going through it so fast. I think it's so, I love the way that it is literally just like little stories. It makes the chapters so much more digestible. I personally like to think of it as each story is a chapter, and each story is a minimum 5 pages and maximum 20 or 25 pages. So it's super convenient because it also doesn't stop like at a page and then continues in the other one. It's like if the chapter finishes mid-page, the next one starts right here. So yeah, it's super convenient as well for saving space. But Max Brooks definitely had to play a bunch of characters, and definitely had to like research names and culture and locations and things like that, because there are a lot of things here that you normally wouldn't know if you were the average person. Definitely deserves to be a bestseller. It was an instant bestseller. You can see it right here. There's a little label that says instant bestseller. By the way, I looked at the time that it would take the video to export, and it's gonna take 10 hours. So it's currently almost 7 p.m. Now it's like 6:30 p.m. So that means that by 4 in the morning tomorrow it'll be completely exported. So that means that I am going to be uploading the video tomorrow. I'm not gonna be scheduling it today because, well, I can't make it export faster. Anyway, I think I've rambled for way too much right now. So I'm gonna go take my shower, and then I'll be right back, finish 50 pages of this, because I am on page, do you guys remember page? I'm on 343, and if I can get to page 400 or close to page 400 or a little over page 400 today, so that I can finish it tomorrow morning, I feel like that'd be great. But if I can finish it right now, because I have 110 pages left of this thing, and that's not a lot. I really want to go over some education stuff because I haven't been doing that. I am trying to save myself the effort of going through my math packet alone. I'm gonna get tutoring lessons for that.
Said they get lonely, the time was probably all by themselves and they had no one to take. They flip. Pieces of me that I want to see the most. That I want to see. I shrug and I grin like I'm Michael Jordan. This is my show and I'm taking over again to my highlight reel and showing how the sidelines feel. Maybe they'll believe it's real. All the dunks and the touchdowns and home runs. Welcome to my highlight reel and showing how the sidelines feel. Maybe they'll believe it's real. All the dunks and the touchdowns and home runs. Pieces of me that I want them to see. All of the things that I just wanna be. Let's run it back, Max. Tell them about it, Max. We ain't never stressing. You can always catch us flexing on a highlight reel and showing how the sidelines feel. Maybe they'll believe.
I just made myself my second cup of tea, and this is the relaxing tea. Just by smelling it when it was boiling, I died. It was so good. Anyway, I've gotten to the second to last part of World War Z, which is called, I think, Total War or something like that. And it is basically when humans decide to actually defend themselves. Like not defend themselves, because they've been doing that. They've been resistant for as long as the war has been going. But at this point is when they start attacking the zombies' backs to reclaim their land. You know, when they want to just cleanse the entire land of zombies so that they can go back to living there. That's what they are doing. I like how this book really touches upon a lot of human values. They're just so different because with every single person that you see, everybody has a different story, everybody has different conditions, everybody lived in different countries, different cultures, so everybody has a different perspective, but it still makes you connect with every single character because there's always a human aspect. There are always human aspects in this book, and it makes you connect to the character rather either by fear or with hope or I don't know, with determination. This made up situation, this made up world, if you will, completely functions the way you would imagine it. The way that a normal world actually functions, like everybody's connected, you know, globalization is a thing, so everybody knows of the international affairs that are going on. It's just a very realistic novel, and it's something that you'd think like, oh my god, this could totally happen in real life, you know? I do want to study, but I feel like it's a little late for that. By the way, they're getting super long. I think this is the longest they've ever been, and I intend to keep them that way. I intend to not let anxiety rule me over anymore. I was talking to a friend and I told him that he didn't know me anymore because I have changed completely this lockdown, which is true. I used to have like a terrible therapist, and now I have a great one who just helps me for who I am and accepts me for who I am and listens to me, and we talk like friends. So it's not only me talking, but it's also her talking a lot. That makes me feel very comfortable because I don't feel obligated to always speak and always get my input. Past therapist, he was all about the medical procedure and this is how it goes and blah blah. And my current therapist is more about, you know, how are you feeling and just about everyday situations, which is so refreshing. She is now giving me monthly appointments instead of, I used to have weekly appointments with my old therapist, and I feel so much better because I know, like, she's told me that if I ever need anything, I can like call her up or text her. I fortunately never had the need to, but I just know she's always there. It's great. I also knew that my other therapist was always there. I remember I had like back crisis at school because I had an anti-doping, had a drug test, and I knew it was gonna come positive. I knew it was gonna come out positive, so I texted him, and he wasn't really all that helpful. And then the next week when I had my appointment, he wasn't helpful at all. Like, he didn't. I feel like if I told those things to my new therapist, she'd help me manage it. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, especially when I'm taking up YouTube, so I'm staying busy, which I love. Yeah, I'm just gonna go upstairs. Okay, so I just went through this one chapter. I can't sit up because my dog is here and I really don't want to disturb him. Because speaking about dogs, the chapter was about the dogs used in the zombie war and about this particular person. He was like a trainer, I guess. And he was just me, honestly. Like, he got into a fight with two guys, killed one, and almost like broke the arm of the other because they had harmed the dog. And that is me, basically. Like, I can't. Dogs are just the best creatures in the world. And cats. I like cats too. I just haven't ever had a cat because my mom is kind of against cats. She used to have a cat when she was younger and she didn't like it. I like this book so much. It pulls at my heartstrings. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Deserves 5 stars.
Yeah. See, had to ask a question if you happy, girl. I'll change your mind anytime in this happy world. Let's go and kick it, you and me, and see what love unfurls. Cause girl, I bet you love some
Hey
touch.
guys. Okay. Hey guys, so I'm not sure. I don't think I've kept track really, but I think I've told you that we're going book shopping today with my mom. I'm driving, so that's really exciting. And yeah, so I changed. This great. This shirt is actually thrifted. So yeah, it was so cool when I got it. I was so surprised that nobody had actually bought it before. But anyway, yeah, I'm going book shopping right now. Going on a trip on a favorite rocket ship. Na 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 na, little Einsteins. So yeah, it's really hot, so I might take off this shirt. The good thing is I have an undershirt. So yeah, I uploaded my video in case you want to watch it. I mean, the video is uploaded right now, and this video will be up a couple days later. But if you want to watch it, just click the link in the cards somewhere there. I don't know. And yeah, we're just gonna leave now. I don't know if I'm gonna take you with me, but I'm gonna do a little book haul at the end.
Estancia, la sala que estaba abajo, pues está arriba ahora en el segundo piso. Este es el... No.
Hey guys, what's up? So that little book shopping trip became my mom and I going to my aunt's. So we had a good time. We had lunch over there, and it's currently like 8:30 p.m. or almost 9. But I'm gonna give you like a little book haul. I didn't record much, but I didn't record anything there because that was a little bit awkward. Next time I will, because the owner has my phone number, and I actually asked him to like set a couple books aside for me, like Russians and Hispano-American. So yeah, he's gonna call me next week maybe. He asked me why I want to read so much, and I said, well, because I kind of want to study literature. He said that he had studied literature in the state university, so that's why he had so many books. He was selling his entire personal collection, and his entire personal collection was 2 rooms of a house full of stacks of books, and it was so cool. I wanted to buy one extra book as well, but it was from his personal collection because he was still separating the books that he wanted to keep versus the ones that he wanted to sell. When he told me what the prices of these books were, he was like 5 minutes. Well, not, he was like, he stayed a minute just looking at them and seeing if he really wanted to sell them. But I'm flattered that he decided to sell these. First one, The Bonfire of the Vanities by Tom Wolfe. The guy told me that it was like a social critique to a capitalist society, and well, I'm honestly really excited to read it. Over here, I'm gonna read you the summary. Wall Street bonds trader Sherman McCoy is a self-styled master of the universe until he finds himself lost in the Bronx at night with a young black man under the wheels of his Mercedes and his mistress in the driving seat. Fueled by the city's outrage, a desperate journalist, a megalomaniac reverend, and a conspiring assistant district attorney all play their part in Sherman McCoy's disastrous fall from grace. The Bonfire of the Vanities is the definitive American novel of the 80s, electric, exuberant, and razor sharp. So yeah, it's very... I find it to be extremely compelling. Next, I just got 2 classics because he was selling them a little more expensive to what I was used to going to the little market that we had downtown. First one that I picked up was H.P. Lovecraft's Stories of Cthulhu, Volume 1. I'm planning, oh, by the way, it's got the owner's name over here. I think over here. It's a lot more valuable like that. But anyway, I wanted to buy the entire collection of H.P. Lovecraft stories from Amazon, you know, the Barnes & Noble leather-bound collection. So I bought this one just to see what my take on Lovecraft is and just his style. Next book that I got, which is a much older and tattered copy, is Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. I've been wanting a Verne since... Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was younger, I think I was like 13 or 14 max, I went to Mexico City to see my cousins and shit, and I bought these 2 classics copies in a bookstore that had a basement, so it was so cool. And I bought both of these sterling editions of Sherlock Holmes and Tom Sawyer. There was also the edition of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and I wanted to buy that one as well, but my mom only told me to choose 2 books at the time because, well, we weren't gonna spend so much money on books. But I wanted to buy it, and I've also ordered it off eBay, you know, the same sterling edition, but it never arrived because international shipping due to the pandemic has been wonky, so it has never arrived. And I ordered it like in, I think I ordered them like in April because I wanted them to arrive for my birthday, and they never actually arrived, so I just canceled the I asked for my money back. So yeah, this looked like a good thumbnail, but I already have a thumbnail. I think I have to finish World War Z right now. If I don't finish World War Z right now, I won't ever forgive myself. I've been wanting to finish it this week. I also want to see if I can start 9 City Burning. So yeah, we have a lot to do. It's 9:30. I like to say it's pretty early in the night, which it is. I just finished World War Z. I'm gonna turn up the brightness in the video so that you guys can see, but I just finished World War Z and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Definitely did. I read that last part where you say your thanks to everybody who contributed to your writing the book, but he did speak to every single profession that he alluded to in the novel. So he did have he had Jewish people in here, so he consulted a rabbi. He had a priest in here, so he consulted priest. He had a couple professors who told him about history, you know, so he could write the book better. He even interviewed other people, and he thanked his dad for the human factor, which is something that I really love about this novel, is that it feels human. I love it. I'm gonna start 9th City Burning right now, which I'm so excited for, and I'm gonna tick this off of my bullet journal for this week. First paragraph and I'm already laughing. I like Patrick's sense of humor. J. Patrick Black, that's the author. I'm sorry. I like J. Patrick Black's sense of humor. Okay, so we're at 11 p.m. and I've gone through 30 pages and 4 chapters of 9th City Burning, and we've got quite an interesting premise already. But the thing is that 9th City Burning is an arc. So it says that the acknowledgements are a work in progress, the map is a work in progress. So I'm gonna have to Google the map so that I can get a better visual, because I'm horrible at imagining places and locations. I have to have a visual for different locations in a country. It's so interesting because first we have one side of the country, one class of the country that is it has top cadets and it's got top students, and they have to face a physical threat that can wipe out their entire city. And then there is which by the way has their language. It's so interesting because I really like the fact that what I have going on in my mind for language is basically our main characters in our monologue, in our dialogue. It's a very common teenager slang thing, and then we go to the other place, which is more tribes and scavengers and nomad groups. The only threat that they really have to face is the winter, the seasons, and other tribes, because they are nomads basically, and they are a very, very old fashioned town of people. Maybe they regressed, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, they regressed in time. It's old Western civilization, where 12-year-olds are allowed to they give the 12-year-old whiskey. As I've told you, it astounds me that language is what changes the most, because language in the I guess the higher class, the high society, is very city-like, urban, in the way that we speak very, very casually in this way. We find contractions for things, we find mannerisms, and we use words like like actually in our everyday speech. And the people from these like old nomad towns, at least our main narrator, has like a very such extensive vocabulary. I had to Google like a couple of words because it was so old. Like I felt like I was reading a Victorian novel. I love how that gives me a lot of context for both sides of the coin, like not only for our characters but also gives me a lot of world building elements, and that's just from the first couple of pages. So I think I'm gonna go to bed right now because it's 11 p.m. and I have to do a lot of things next week.
Depressing as fucking, the feeling was so alone. I called you and then I cried cause you really mean so much. To the realest of all friends.